So materials needed for this project are our Ankara fabric, but for me I'll be using a plain fabric, cotton fabric, and I'll be using the Ankara fabric for design, like for the pockets and other things. Then we need a matching color of thread, our matching color of thread. We need our bag accessories like our zip head. We need our zip clothes, We need our bag adjusters. We need our lining. We need our interfacing. This is like a tin foam. Locally we call it breast pad. We need our scissors. We need our tape rule for measurements. We need our bag belt for taping. We need our brown paper for our pattern paper, and we need marker pen to make our patterns. So these are the materials needed for this project. Let's get started. So this is our pattern for the back panel of our flexweave backpack. So the measurement is 13 inches by 20.5 inches. 13 inches by 20.5 inches. And we'll use this, our back panel, to get the measurements for the front panel. What we'll do, we'll fold it into two. We fold our back panel on the parts that is 20.5. You fold it into two to get your measurement for your front panel. What do you do next? You measure it round like this. Take your tape round, and what I'm getting here is 23.5. So whatever you get, you add 1 inch to it, which is 23.5 plus 1 inch, which will give us 24.5. That will be our length for the front panel. That will be our length for the front panel. Remember, we've already gotten our length for our front panel. Now we want to shape our back panel. You mark out 6 inches from this edge, 6 inches from this edge. Then you also mark out 6 inches also from this edge. Then you draw an arc from this point to meet this point. Don't make it too sharp, just a freehand sketch. Draw it to meet this point. Once you're sure it's okay, then you cut. So now this is our, I don't want this side to be too sharp. So this is our back panel. So to get our sides, the side of the flexweave backpack, you measure 5 inches from both edges. From this edge you measure 5 inches, and from this edge also you measure 5 inches. Then you make a straight line. Also make a straight line this side. All the way up. Now the next thing to do is to measure the distance between this edge, this 5 inches, and this 5 inches. So hope you can see it. So the distance between this 5 inches and this 5 inches is 10 inches. So that goes to say that our front panel, we are going to cut out 24 inches by 10 inches. That will be for the front panel. 24 inches, 24.5 inches, sorry, by 10 inches. So this is our front panel already cut out. Remember, it is 24.5 inches by 10 inches. This is it. 10 inches. Then we have our 24.5 inches. So what we'll do, we'll fold our front panel into two like this. Fold it into two, we'll place it like this. I used the fabric I'm using to sew the backpack to cut my front panel. I just decided to cut it directly on the fabric. So after folding into two, you mark 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches from the top and 2.5 inches down like this. Then you make the same arc you made for the back panel to have that same shape. Make same arc. Just a freehand sketch. To have that same shape. So after that, you cut out this part. I'm going to cut it out like so. Just a bit careful because the fabric is soft. so as not to make mistake. So this is our front panel, already cut out and shaped, and this is our back panel. So the next thing I'm going to do is to use this to place on the fabric, the same fabric with the front panel, to cut out the back panel. I'll go do that and come and show you the results. Okay, I've already cut out, I've used the back panel to place on my fabric, to cut out the fabric, the foam and the lining. I've cut out this one for the materials needed. Then also I place my front panel to cut out my lining and my foam. That is my interfacing, my lining and my foam. I've also cut out my handles, the bag handle. I cut out, the measurement I used in cutting out this bag handle is 4 inches. Hope you're seeing it. 4 inches by 15 inches. 4 inches by 15 inches, and I cut out two handles and 2 lining and 2 foam, that's 2 interfacing. Then I also cut out, remember I said I'll use the Ankara fabric for my design, so I used it for my handles and I'm using it for my pocket. So I also cut out 10 inches by 9 inches. Then here 10 inches for my front pocket. I cut the pocket and the lining. Then these are for my pocket for the sides, the side of the back of the backpack. I cut out 5 inches by 5 inches. So I'll do a little work on this pocket. I cut out both the lining for it. So the little work I'll do is this. I'll place it right side facing right side. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't want, okay, when I finish doing it, you see why I'm doing this. So I'll mark out 1 inch. 1 inch, just to ensure it is right side facing right side. Okay, 1 inch. Then I'll make a rule, a slant line from this edge, from the 1 inch edge to down, straight down the edge. So I'll cut it out. Now I'll cut out this part of the bag, of the pocket. The reason I did this is because I don't want it to be like this, to be the pockets. I want it to be like this. So if I place it together like this and cut, all all the slants will be on one side. But now it's exactly how I want it. This slant is facing this side and this slant is facing this side. So I'll do the same thing on the lining, the front facing front, and I'll pick one of these and place it on the lining, and I'll just make that mark, 1 inch straight slant line. Then I'll cut out. Then this will be for this. This lining is for this side pocket, and this lining is for this side pocket. This brings us to the end of our class today, cutting of flexweave backpack. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do that. Tamso TV, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when next we upload a new video. Please stay tuned to this channel so that you will see the stitching of this bag. We just did the cutting. The next video that will be coming up is the stitching of this back